Hi everyone, it's the 13th of May. So ES is still very strong, even though the blue channel is broken down, it's not really selling off. Of course, for it to sell off, it has to break back into the red broken bear flag. So this failed bear flag is still very bullish. This is worrying, obviously, that the blue channel is broken down and unless it breaks back into the red, it may keep on climbing. As soon as it makes a new high, this blue channel becomes invalidated. Okay, so because the high of the last week is still inside the channel, but if it makes a new high, this channel, this uptrend becomes invalidated. Okay. So similarly on the SPX, the red failed bear flag for bulls. It was a good this sign, and it is now still climbing. And if it goes beyond 5,240, it makes a new high, and we will have to look into another uptrend from these lows, especially considering this green uptrend still very much intact tells us that we should get to a new all-time high at some point. Dow Jones is inside this black uptrend now. You can see the green spin-off channel was broken to the upside. Now, this black channel from the lows of basically beginning of May, okay, is very much a very confirmed channel. You can see two touches on the bottom, two touches on the top. It may climb, like pull back a little bit and then climb all the way to the back test of that green broken support right there. So it's already beyond the back test level. So that's very good. It has erased or taken back or gained back all this lost ground from beginning of April. And I think ultimately, we're going to get to the previous all-time highs at some point, as long as we stay inside this black uptrend. Similarly, Dow Jones Cash, the black uptrend is very much intact. The green rising spin-off channel was broken to the upside, and everything is still looking very good. And we're only, I don't know, how many points is that? Less than 40,000. We're at 39,500. So probably another 300-400 points. We're going to touch a new all-time high. NASDAQ back tested. So remember last week it reversed at the purple and blue double resistance, okay, on the futures. And then it broke up that purple resistance rail and we back tested it. And I can also argue that this is an internal support. And I think ultimately we're going to get to the back test of this golden broken support. And the level is going to be around 18,575 or so. So that's another 200 plus points to go. This looks very healthy and it's still looking very bullish. On the SPX cash, it looks even better, and the reason is very, very obvious. So I'm going to tell you now. The red support was resistance or potential resistance was broken, back tested, it held as support again, this red one, okay? And then the purple resistance is broken. After the reversal at the blue, golden, and purple, we pulled back and then we broke that. So this golden resistance is getting back tested for the third time. You can see 1, 2, 3. It was broken. We are back testing it 1, 2. I mean, I thought maybe we're breaking it already last Friday, but it pulled back to back test the purple support. Now it's forcing that golden resistance once again. So this looks very bullish still. And ultimately, we're aiming for a new all-time high. Or the red top band, which is at 18,700 or so. Russell it's kind of a double-decker channel, this one, this spin-off blue. So you remember when it came down, it was a potential support. Then we bounced off the blue. We cleared the green resistance. Then we broke up that blue rising resistance. It didn't even come for a proper back test. It reversed last week at this. So it's kind of you can see here, there is this part and there is this part. We may get a back test at some point on this internal support, which would be 2057, 2058, and then rally to take out this blue top band, hopefully. And the larger blue resistance is on our way. Still, it is standing our way. Okay, that large blue resistance rail, and anything above 2150, 160, again, it's going to look very promising. This was the fakie in April, and if it tries it again, then we'll see what happens, if it can break or not. This is FTSE. I've mentioned a few times 8,050 was the breakout level. Then we broke up that green uptrend to the upside. Then, yeah, it's still looking very good. And I think ultimately it's going to, let me show you, are we already there? So let's have a look. Okay. So this, I think I've deleted it, but I'm going to put it back on. Right, this level, this blue line from the high of 2007 and then high of 2018. Okay, and let's put this in black color. Okay, so that is a potential resistance, and we're not too far from that. It's at 8,550. DAX didn't get to the red top band, but I think ultimately we're going to pull back a little bit, then rally, and this is going to become, probably it's going to become a major double resistance, and then we start to pull back on DAX. So we got to be careful if and when it gets to that level, which is going to be 19,175. Do we have a kind of an internal uptrend? This here is where it bottomed out. I think yes. Oh, look at this. So, yeah, let's have a look. Okay, so I'm going to put this in black color. Right, 1, 2, third touch. That's from the third touch pulling back. If this black bottom band holds today, and for DAX cash, it's going to be 18,700, 20, 15. And is it going to also form a bull flag? So let me show you. It's actually testing it on the 2-hourly, but we will have to be a bit more precise on this black top band. Okay, so it's almost there. You can see here, it's almost there on the 2-hourly. And just one more thing, maybe it wants to or so form this golden bull flag. Okay, a little bit education today. So this golden bull flag together with the black somewhere here, then bounce and get to 19,000 or so, which is going to be the red top band. So if this black channel wants to stay relevant, it has to, the bulls have to defend its bottom band and start to bounce and rally. TLT, that golden channel is bottom band 3 touches, 1, 2, 3. If it gets to the golden top band, we may break to the upside. And ZN, the 10-year note, bull flag, blue bull flag has formed, and I think eventually we're going to break it. Now, oil had rallied, but it stalled at this golden resistance, which is not surprising at all. Sorry, let's take that golden support away. Right, 1, 2, 3. You can see how many touches, then broke down, and it held as resistance once again. Not only that, it's still inside this green downtrend, which may turn into a bull flag, yes. And its internal resistance was broken, and we back tested it today. So we may rally to that green top band. That's just over 80, 80, 50, 80, 40. If it touches that, this is CL, okay, US oil, then a reversal there may bring it down very sharply, okay, and then break this blue support, and that would open the way for much lower prices. And this, remember that red bear flag was broken. Similarly on Brent oil, okay, this red bear flag was broken, and it has also tested this golden resistance zone, and we've reversed there. Now, 1, 2, 3 touches on that blue resistance. If it breaks it, we get to that green plus golden double resistance. Hopefully, that becomes a double resistance, and we reverse from there so that we can short it to bring it down to break this blue green support as well. So this red bear flag has been broken, and that still looks bearish to me. Natgas is inside this potential red uptrend, a spin-off uptrend. Okay, this is the continuous. The backtest on the green broken bull flag hasn't really held properly, so we can remove that. Okay, but we still have a good chance that it's going to bottom out at the red bottom band and then rally all the way to 2500. And the level for that is 2200, 2025. Okay, today, if it touches it and we see a bounce, I think it may rally inside this red spin-off channel, or, then obviously if it rallies and then stalls, then we may come back down to this purple plus red double support, and that would become a really big support, I believe, at 21.25. This is US oil. What am I saying? It's not US oil, it's gold. Gold spot chart. That purple resistance held, and the green bull flag was broken last week after clearing this blue internal. And I think it's come down to backtest that level. And around 23, 32, 35, I think 33, 35, we're going to find a low on spot, and then we're going to start a rally. The red internal resistance was broken, and it's also kind of getting damaged. I mean, it's been breached too many times anyway, right? It was breached here, then came down backtest, breached here, and held as resistance, then breached to the upside, and now breaching again. So it's losing its influence, this red internal support. But what I'm trying to say is that if we find the low at 23.35, then we're going to break that purple and get to that blue top band. This is silver. It rallied after the break of that green resistance or green bull flag. Are we going to see a backtest? That would be a very deep pullback. I don't think it's going to get to that level, really. And our obvious resistance zone is 30. That golden resistance zone right there. So 1, 2, 3. And if it does break, I think then silver is going to look very, very positive. But as I said last week, this is futures chart, and this purple internal is amazingly precise. This is the bottom band, 2015, 16, 20. So if it gets to this purple top band at 30.50 on the futures continuous, okay, at 30, 50, 30, 40, that's gonna, we have to be extremely careful for a sharp reversal right there. So gotta be careful on that one, okay? And platinum, let's have a look. This is the futures chart, futures continuous chart. I may argue that this green resistance hasn't been broken, but if you look at the spot chart, it's the same. That blue resistance is being forced for a break, and I think unless it breaks this purple and the blue, we're going to break this to the upside, and platinum is going to get to 1040, 1030, and then we'll see whether it can take out that level. Euro is now clearing this blue resistance, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the 7th touch. This is as precise as it gets, as strong as it gets. And I was thinking maybe it's going to come down to the black bottom band and then we rally to break everything, but it actually didn't want to do that. So it has to break this green top band as well, but I don't think that's going to be a big problem. And we're going to get to that red top band at 109.20. That's the target. Okay. And this is pound sterling. Okay, I'm gonna remove these. We have this blue resistance rail. This is the high of March. Okay, that looks like a strong resistance rail here. Okay, so we gotta see it break to the upside to say, okay, I think pound sterling is gonna keep on going. Okay, so we'll have to kind of rail. You can see here 1, 2, 3, so that the bottom band, the top band has 2 touches, and of course it's now forcing this golden resistance to break. And of course, if it does, I think it's going to get to the red, maybe pull back and then break to the upside. US dollar, Japanese yen still looking positive. Okay, and if it goes beyond, if it's trying to break this level, and I think if it does, then we're going to get to 157, 157.50, and then from there may be a big reversal. So just gotta keep an eye on that. DXY is coming closer to this blue support rail. If it bounces and then breaks, then I think it is going to break that golden support eventually as well. Aussie dollar had broken out of the blue channel and back tested it. It's that bull flag, and we are inside this red uptrend. So Aussie is ready for a big rally here. It had damaged the green top band, but I think it's going to properly break it very soon. And Kiwi, as you can see, the green top band held, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that green top band is holding, but I think it will break. And then we're going to get at least to that 61.50, 61.70. That golden resistance would be, of course, a very major resistance. It is a major resistance, 1, 2, 3. And if Kiwi breaks it, then I think there's going to be a big rally on Kiwi. So watch out for that one. But first, the green channel has to be broken. So agriculturals now, coffee is ready to break out, really. I mentioned this green and red and golden triple support. Yeah, it kind of damaged it, but you can see here from 192.50, it's already up to 200, 202. It touched that golden top band for the 3rd time. So 3 touches on the bottom, 3 touches on the top. Okay, and that is going to be broken very soon. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the golden bottom band, 1, 2, 3. So that's remains. It's a beautiful bull flag that is ready to be broken to the upside. Okay, and more importantly, the broken green resistance rail had been back tested, and that's why it bounced. So green, golden, and red. Wheat is looking good, and you can see here it's making new highs after the break of the green bull flag I mentioned in the previous videos. Not only that, this red giant downtrend was broken and back tested, and then the green bull flag was broken and back tested, and that's why it keeps on rallying. There is just one more thing, that the continuous chart, right? The red top band is coming very close, and that may turn into a major resistance at just around 690. So we got to be careful on that. I will close the long if and when it gets there. Of course, we have this blue channel. it would be a kind of a double resistance at 695-ish. And maybe we can even short it there. This is soybeans. Unfortunately, it bounced off the red bottom band, but then it couldn't basically follow through with that bounce. Okay, so on the soybeans July contract, the green bull flag is broken and the golden support has held. But today it has to start and run to 1250. You can see without breaking that golden bottom band, it has to be, so bulls have to intervene here as soon as possible. And corn is now getting closer to that golden top band one more time. The red channel is perfect, the bounce off the red, and then it broke that green resistance. And it looks very, very positive. But it really has to break that golden top band. Otherwise, it may turn into a really large bear flag. So get ready for closing those corn positions actually, or even short it. So cocoa is trying to bounce off this golden internal support. Sugar is breaking down this purple. So I mentioned about this double resistance at 20. So it reversed just around 1998. The blue resistance held. Now the purple bear flag, this textbook bear flag, is breaking to the downside, and that's why I think we will have more downside. Cotton, red top band held, and it's now getting closer to that 74. Around 74, I'm expecting a bounce to break out of the red bull flag. Okay, now we have Bitcoin trying to, so you can see it came down last week, and I thought it's going to come down to the blue support, but it didn't. Now it touched that golden top band, or came very close to that golden top band. As long as it holds, there is still a possibility for it to come down to that blue support right there. Okay, all right, that blue support at 57 handle. Ethereum is still above this red support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on that red support zone. If it can break this, I think Ethereum is going to come down to that red bottom band. So this is a very clear support zone, right? That is being defended for quite some time. Let's have a look at the altcoins now. You can see here Aave is not really doing much, okay, even though these resistance levels have been broken. ACH also, like, it broke out of the golden bull flag, but so far no real push by ACH. It actually made new lows, but not below the low of the golden bull flag. ADA had broken the black channel, and it's not really rallying. It's not really doing much. Actually, none of the altcoins are looking good so far, okay? But we haven't had a really good signal so far because Bitcoin is just going sideways. Do we have kind of a resistance here on ATA? Well, not really. No, and this here, maybe it's holding, right? Could be a kind of a wedge that is being about to be broken. Okay, this black wedge ready to be broken. Audio making new lows, and it's not really looking very good, is it? So maybe it wants to test that blue support one more time, and that would be a new low. So a low below the 23 lows, right? That would be bad, actually. AVAX has to bounce off the golden support and break that blue resistance. So far, no real action. BMEX, no real action. Chile's, no real push, but I think it still is one of the positive ones if and when it breaks that green bull flag. CKB, no. And COTI is still under that black resistance, And actually, I mean, it's tried so many times. I think eventually will break, and then Kotti is going to run just like it did in the past months. Data had broken the golden resistance, and maybe that gives some hope. Dogecoin couldn't break that green. I mean, couldn't it broke that green resistance, but couldn't really rally. The golden top band is not really my cup of tea anymore. It's not really very precise. So it really has to stay inside this red channel. That's all that matters. And Polkadot is now approaching, I mean, it's maybe it won't touch that golden support one more time. I think Polkadot looks positive, but it really starts to have a push. And DYDX, that blue resistance has to be broken by DYDX. Just watch that. FTM GRT has to break that gold. I mean, it has broken the golden resistance, but it has to start to push. Hive, wow, look at this. That blue support was holding it over the weekend. That is interesting. So over the weekend, it has touched that red top band and came back to, I mean, that's astonishingly precision, right? I've been showing that red top band as a potential resistance. Now it's a confirmed one, and it is obviously a bull flag formation. So if it touches that red top band and breaks it, which is going to be 36 cents, then I think Hive it may start a big run. Jasmine, no real breakout. Kaz had reversed at the golden top band, no real breakout either. So, but that's the golden bull flag. Chainlink, no, not much to say. Litecoin, I think it's ready to run one more time, but I mean they all need some sort of a trigger by Bitcoin and Ethereum. Mana has to break that black resistance to start to run. Matic is still looking good. I mean, above this, as long as it stays above this blue support, there is a chance for it to rally. And obviously, this resistance right there, right? I'm going to show you right this black one, 3 touches on that black one. If it can break this one, then Matic is going to start a big run. OM, bullish and bearish, still not much to say, to add here. PAL has to stay inside this blue to start and break out of the golden bull flag. Pepe is slightly positive, but yeah, no real push. PYR is inside the red downtrend, and it has back-tested, very deep back-tested this golden and blue broken resistance levels. That's disappointing, obviously, but maybe if it can break that red top band, PYR is going to start the next big leg up. Render is positive still. I think this is one of the most strongest coins out there and very technical, as you can see that green support holding. RSR, unfortunately, is trying to break that golden support, so that doesn't look very positive. And Sandbox has to break. I mean, it has already broken the black channel, and it has to start to push from here. Shiba inside the blue potential bull flag. I think there's going to be more downside before it breaks. I may be wrong on that. Solana looks very positive because of the green bull flag, broken bull flag. And Theta, no, this is not really a very nice sign, is it? And Tia, no break of that green resistance so far. It's just, they're all consolidating, I think. Monero had broken the golden resistance, which is why it's positive today. But it really has to break out of the green bull flag for a big rally. And Ripple has to break that green resistance at what, 54 cents. Then I think maybe we're going to hit that blue major resistance and basically smash through blue and golden. Then, yeah, then that would set it free. Tezos, no, not really my cup of tea. And yeah, this is Zcash. Had broken the green bull flag, but and it's back testing it, but so far no rally. So That's typical of Zcash. All right, guys. I hope it helps. Take care. Keep in touch. Bye.